To create a new file or a DGN file inside of a project, there's a few things you need to pay attention to. And the first one is the Aec Cad Standards. Inside of the standards, there are naming conventions for the different types of files that you will be creating in a project. If you go to the drawing file organization, electronic naming file convention, and look at the model file naming convention, you'll notice that there's discipline designators, which is the first character. Well, actually, it starts with the project code, which you'll get from your CAD manager or your project manager, depending on who's developing the project. But there's for a model file type and a sheet file type. There are two different types of files that you're going to need to concern yourself with. Sheets are any file that you plot and would show up in the Sheets folder. Models are files that get referenced to other files and would typically be placed inside of the discipline for which that model is designed for. And on the Bentley side, there's also a file type called a drawing. And what a drawing is a 2D view of your 3D model. So if you have a model in Civil and then you cut a section or create a plan, that's going to be a drawing. Same thing happens with architectural if you're using ABD or any of the other softwares. If you have the model, it's the building, you cut a section through it, that's a drawing, and that's a 2D view. But what you need to be concerned with is the naming convention. So if I was creating an architectural model, I would have the project code, an A dash for architectural. Then I would come down to the model types, and I go to the architectural section, and you'll see that there is a complete list of different types of files. So if I was doing a floor plan or an equipment plan or roof plan, there's a different file type or name for that file in the file type. If I'm doing sheets, it's a little bit different. I need to pay attention. It's the project code, then the discipline designator, or the second level discipline designator, depending on how large your project is. And then there are one of three numbers after that. And the first of the numbers is defined by the sheet type designator. So 1 would be plans, sections would be 3, details would be 5, and so on. And after that, you increment them, so 1 through 99. So sheet A501 would be A-501 would be a detail, the first of the detail sheets for architectural. If it's C-101, that would be the first of the civil plans. And using these designators allows for some tools to be loaded in the task menu and also for applying certain other objects inside of the software. So once we know what the file is going to be and what type of file we're creating, if it's a plan, a drawing, or a model, or a sheet, a model, or a plan, a drawing, we're going to then need to give it a name. So let's say in the first case we're going to create a civil model that is a grading plan. So I know I would use C-GP, and according to the naming standard, there's 4 optional characters to give it more information.